Hi, welcome back to another episode of Baking Geek. Today we're going to make some Linzer pastry. What is Linzer pastry? Well, it's like a German sort of spicy pastry. It's very heavy with cinnamon and clove, all that sort of stuff, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I use it sometimes as a base for a cake. That's right, you can use pastry for a cake. But anyway, let's get into it. I've got some butter I've sat out the fridge for maybe an hour or so. So you want your butter to be fairly soft when you're mixing this up. So I'm doing this on our mixer. So I've got my butter and my sugar in. I'll flash the recipe up on the screen so there's no need for me to talk about it. And you're just going to click it over in first gear like that. Now I've gone ahead and I've pre-weighed my flour. I've actually chosen a gluten-free flour for this one today. You can use regular flour. I would use something with a low protein content. You don't need to have a strong flour for this, okay? If you do have a strong flour, it doesn't matter, it'll work anyway. Alright, so the idea of this pastry is it's going to be very short. It's also got a lot of almond meal in with it. So the spices we're using are clove and cinnamon, and those are really, what we're going to do is we're going to make the pastry, we're going to rest it overnight, and those flavours are really going to go through the pastry. I would never really use it the same day. That way the flavours do actually set in. Okay, so that looks ready. I'm going to drop one egg there. And this is all going to go together fairly quickly, folks. Dump all my almond meal in, and all my flour, my spice. There's no real need to sieve. Look, if you want to sieve it, you can. But you know what? It's going to come together either way. And already I can just smell that cinnamon in there. I bought some really nice Dutch cinnamon from the shops, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Initially when you make this pastry, it's like a very light browny sort of colour. When you pull it out of the fridge or freezer tomorrow, it's going to be dark. It's going to be really nice. And we're going to make like a Linzer tort out of it with some beautiful raspberry jam. I think I found some really nice raspberry jam at the shop, so that'll go perfect with it. And what we don't want to do is overmix it, so we're just going to bring it off here and we're just going to work it off on the bench with our hands. So get all that off the beater. There we go. Right. And we're going to grab a scraper. Go and drop the mixer into there. Turn that out on your board or working surface, and then just make sure all that butter's in. There's a little bit of butter there on the side. Actually, just grab a little bit of flour. Like I said, I'm using a gluten-free flour with this one today. It doesn't matter if you use regular flour. It turns out pretty good either way. And we're not using a baking powder in this either. I want it to be a fairly short type of pastry. I don't want it to rise. You'll find the egg that we put in there, that will be sufficient. So we're going to separate this into 3 separate lots. Okay. What I would do at this stage is I'd actually grab some Glad wrap out and just wrap them up as sausages like that and pop them in the fridge like that. Like I said, we definitely don't want to overwork this pastry. There we go. There we have it, folks, Linzer pastry, and you'll see the colour of this tomorrow. It's quite dark now, but if you wait and see tomorrow, it'll take on a whole new shade and a whole new flavour, okay? I'm going to flash the recipe up on the screen, so enjoy that one, folks. You can do tartlets, like I said, Linzer torts. You can use it on the base for cakes. Many different applications for this one. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.